Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to some more Road to Glory here on FIFA 19. Right, big episode on the way for you now. We are going to have 4 matches in this episode. We have got an away game against Manchester United. We've got our first Champions League game against CSKA Moscow. We've got Man City at home, and then we're also going to face off against Spurs in the Carabao Cup. Like I said, our target this season is to win all the trophies that we're fighting for. We've already won 2 this season, the European Super Cup and the Community Shield. And we've had a great start to the Premiership, and hopefully we can keep the good run going here. Without further ado then, let's tap up Man United. And here we go then, we're going to go with Team A, I think, for this one. So Lunin in goal, Lamar, Jimenez, Varane, Militao, Silva, Milinkovic, Savic, Barella, Martial, Jesus and Dembele. And that will leave Team B completely fit to play off against CSKA Moscow in a few days' time. So without further ado, let's get straight into the game. Boom! Finally. I mean, I do think that Man United have always been our bogey team in this game mode, but we've started to get the better of the last couple of seasons, and it's been a pretty tricky game so far, pretty even. Mostly stuck in midfield, to be honest with you, but we've had a few opportunities, they've had a few half chances, and finally we do slam the header in the back of the net there. That's Rafael Varane, isn't it? Who slammed that home? Which is pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. And that makes it 1-0. Perfect for us. Bloody hell, Jose Mourinho's there. Shows how old this game is, doesn't it? Right. Rafael Varane makes it 1-0. Wow. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? As soon as we got the first, second comes straight after. Is that Anthony Martial? But there might be Martial on that side. It is Martial. Cross came in. There was a player down the floor. I'm not quite sure if that was the man who was supposed to be marking Martial, possibly. But either way, Martial gets the goal. Makes it 2-0. Yeah, it's pretty simple. He just managed to bring it down at the box and then play it into the top corner. Should not be given that much time and space in the box, should he really? But he took full advantage. And there we go. Actually hit De Gea on the way through, which he'll be disappointed with. He would have hoped to have saved that, but the floodgates have opened. We scored 1, we get the second straight away, and we could be sitting pretty here for 3 points at Old Trafford. Well, they've got one back here with 5 minutes remaining. My poor defending strikes again. Ugh. That was really poor, actually, wasn't it? I should have done a lot better there. And De Graaf puts the ball right in the top corner to make it 1-0. Not De Graaf, what am I about? De Graaf's just come on the pitch, so I got De Graaf on the mind. It's Gelson Martins. I like Gelson Martins because he's got tons of pace. But that's 2-1. We just got to hold on now for 5 minutes and get this 2-1 victory at Old Trafford. Get these 3 points. Very important 3 points. And there we go, that's the end of the game, and that's the 2-0 victory then. Against 2-1 victory against Manchester United. 3 points at Old Trafford. Absolutely fantastic for us. This looks like a team that will win the Premiership this season. You just see some of the other opportunities that were in the game. Could have been a goal back, shouldn't it, really? But there we go. Right, next up, CSKA Moscow in the Champions League. Here we go in our first game in the Champions League. We're away at CSKA Moscow. We're going to go with Team B in this one. So Lunin, Bailey, Koulibaly, Skriniar, Sul, Pulisic, Goretzka, Arthur, Asensio, Mbappe, and Malcolm. Super team. So without further ado, let's get into the Champions League. Boom, what a goal that is. Right in the top corner. Is that Pulisic again? If it is, then Pulisic is knocking in a lot of goals recently. From that right back position. I think it is Pulisic, you know. Good little touch. And then straight in with a shot. It wasn't as good in the top corner as I thought it was originally, but it was good enough to get past the goalkeeper. That's the main thing. And there we go, right in the back of the net, and we lead 1-0 here away at CSKA Moscow in our first ever Champions League match. Is it Pulisic? It is Pulisic. Oh, he's knocked in a few goals this season. I wouldn't expect him to get that many from right back, but I think that's his third of the season so far. Wow. Arthur, his first goal for the club, slams that in from some distance to make it 2-0 on the half-an-hour mark. That was a cracking goal, that was. I thought I'd have a punt. I have a few of these punts in the games you don't often see them because they don't often work, but that was cracking. I'll take that all day long. Look at this, great ball. And Arthur just slams it right in the net. Again, wasn't perfectly in the corner, but the power was enough to take it past the goalkeeper, which I'm assuming is not still Akinfeya, but it might be, you know. And we lead 2-0. Oh, wow. It's just a game of stonkers here tonight, isn't it? Leon Bailey slams one in the top corner now and all. Ball came out from the corner. He just decided to hit it, and wow, what a way to introduce yourself to the Champions League. 3-0 up after 37 minutes. Look at this, look. One touch, past. I mean, the keeper did get a hand on it, but again, it was just so powerful that it just pinged. No, I don't think he did get a hand on it, actually. I thought he did from the other angle, but either way, Leon Bailey, I think it might be his first goal for the club. And that makes it 3-0 here. All 3 goals have come from new signings this season. "4-0 before half-time. Easy. Absolutely easy as anything. The goal comes from Mbappe. Is that all 3 of the front 3? No, Malcolm hasn't scored, has he? No, Pulisic has got one. Mbappe's got one. Arthur's got one. And Leon Bailey. Oh, so it's only the first of the actual front 3 to score a goal, isn't he, really? Because Leon Bailey and Pulisic are playing right back and left back, aren't they? And Pulisic just slammed another one in. That's 5-0 now. Wow, this game has been so easy. I think that's what happens when you start playing against teams that are a lower rating. I think they do become a lot easier. I think recently, of course, you've had games against Liverpool, Spurs, Man United more recently. And this has just been a real relief, a real easier game for us. And Pulisic gets himself another goal. That's his 4th of the season now. He seems to be really, really lethal in front of goal, Pulisic. "6-0. 74 minutes in. I'll take it. Is that De Graaf? I've just brought on De Graaf and Tonali and João Felix. No, I didn't bring on De Graaf, did I? I brought on Tonali, João Felix, and sorry. Resting Goretzka. That's Malcolm. Resting Goretzka, Mbappe, and Senjo. So yeah, Malcolm with the goal. And there we go. We've announced our arrival in the Champions League with a 6-0 away victory at CSKA Moscow. Easy as that. Right, next up though, we have got another big match in the league. We're at home to Manchester City. We've got a trophy playing the big leagues. That's obviously playing the Champions League game, isn't it? Quite a bit late in this game to get trophies, isn't it? Right, here we go, Manchester City at home. We're going to go back with Team A for this one. So we've got Lunin, Lamar, Jimenez, Varane, Militao, Silva, Milinkovic-Savic. We brought De Graaf back in because I really want to use him some more. He's our talent from League 2, so we want to use him more. Martial, Jesus, and Dembele up front. Let's go. Got Martial's behind the defensive line. He's got to slide it away. He doesn't. He does. Boom. Well, that was a bit lucky, wasn't it, really? I don't know what I did there, to be honest. I should have done a lot better than that, but I got a bit lucky there. I should have really put it away first time. I should have given the opportunity to make the save, to be honest, but hey-ho. The goal went in, that's the main thing. And Anthony Martial gets his second league goal of the season. 1-0 up at home to Manchester City after 25 minutes. It's been the only real attack of the game for either team, to be honest. Boom, 2-0. Justin Kluivert off the bench to replace the tired Lamar. Makes it 2-0 in this game. Boom. Loving that. He gets so much space as well, doesn't he, though? So he lost the defender that was marking him. Able just to take a step on the ball, line it up and slide it home into the bottom corner. Fantastic. There we go. Kluivert with a goal. Of course, he's not getting many starts this season now. He's only 83 rated still. So he's got a bit to go if he wants to overtake any of the other players. But still, very strong, solid player to come off the bench. And that is 3-0. Anthony Martial gets another goal. Yeah, he knocked one against Man United as well, didn't he? He's looking pretty solid this season, Martial. Didn't get a huge amount of goals last year, but this year could be his year to knock in a few. And this is 3-0 at home against Man City, which is huge. We are really showcasing our dominance this season so far. And look at that. Just opened up in the middle. And once again, once you get the first goal, the game really gets easier. Here we go, Martial's third goal of the season. And there we go, full-time whistle. Solid 3-0 victory at home to Manchester City to add to our 2-1 win away at Man United. I think we should be able to dominate this season, you know. Although Chelsea are currently top with 5 wins out of 5, we now have 5 wins out of 6. Let's see if Chelsea was able to win their game as well, though. They don't play till later. That's useful, isn't it? Anyway, we have now got Spurs, who lost again in the league. We've got Spurs in the Carabao Cup. Again, we're going to go with Team B for this one. So, of course, Lenine, Bailey, Koulibaly, Skriniar, Sewell, Pulisic, Goretzka, Arthur, Asensio, Mbappe, and Malcolm. Boom, 1-0, 18 minutes. Spurs have been a much more difficult team to break down than they were in our game in the previous episode. But we have broken them down within 18 minutes still. We have been attacking most of the first half, to be honest, so far. Well, most of the first half was only 18 minutes in, but we've been attacking them constantly for the 18 minutes. It's just taken us a while to finally break through. Now we've got one. Maybe things will become easier again. But as you can see, we had him under the cosh for quite some time. And it's Mbappe who, when he gets the ball in those situations, very rarely misses. And there we go, 1-0. We lead here in the Carabao Cup away at Spurs. Boom, 2-0. 32 minutes in, we get ourselves a second. It's another pretty strong goal. And it's Mbappe again. Like I said, when he gets in the box, he very rarely misses anything, does he? And there's the goal. Lovely. Right, 2-0 up against Spurs. This will be good for us. This will be a big team knocked out early in this cup. I was worried about getting Spurs this early on in the competition. But evidently there was no fear. And Spurs have one back in the 52nd minute. Maybe I shouldn't get too cocky in this game, eh? But for some reason Harry Kane is sprinting all the way to Pochettino. You'd think they'll want to get the ball out and get it back in play for another opportunity, but It's a good strong header. Out jumping our two 90+ rated defenders either way, but right, we need to hold on now for 37 minutes. No freaking way has he just scored that. Oh my god, it's offside. Thank god for that. That was a cracking goal, that was, though. That was an absolute cracking finish. Look at this, look. Oh, yeah, he is offside, in fairness. He's quite a chunk offside. It was a cracking finish, but we hold on with 6 minutes remaining. Oh my god. With 5 seconds remaining, they've equalised. Oh, is this going to go to penalties? Oh, if this goes to penalties, we're out. Because I'm terrible at penalty. I can't believe they've done that. I mean, it's been coming for some time, but... Oh, from 2-0 up to 2-2. I'm so disappointed with that. Very, very disappointed. And I think we're going to penalties. Does it go straight to penalties? Oh, it does. Oh. I don't know how to save them, that's the problem. I think it's this stick. It's not that stick, because that's the way I clicked and nothing happened, so... My god, that was such a good penalty as well. Do I have to press a button to dive, or is it literally just flick the switch? My god, how has he not saved that? I went the right way and everything. Oh, this game is rigged. It's bullshit. It really is bullshit. Absolute bullshit, this game. That's just stupid. How have they saved those 3 penalties? There were 3 really good penalties and they saved them all. And then I went the right way twice. I went the right way all 3 times, but the guy didn't dive. Oh my god. Well, we're not going to get all the trophies this season in because we're out of the Carabao Cup. From 2-0 up, we have been brought back to 2-2 and lost on penalties. Well, it's one less thing to worry about this season, I suppose. As long as we get the domestic treble, that's the not domestic treble. As long as we get the treble, that's the main thing. FA Cup, Premiership, Champions League. That's the challenge for this season. At least the Carabao Cup's up. It's just crap, isn't it? Absolutely stupid. Right, anyway, we have really blitzed it so far this season. We've had a lot of episodes. I really need to get through this quickly because, of course, the new FIFA comes out in a couple of weeks, or less than that now. So I think we're probably going to have a bit of a chunk of games done off camera. I think I might do Stoke, Brighton, Lyon, Wolves, and Porto off camera, and come back for Chelsea, Forest, Porto. That's a nice chunk of games then, I think. So yeah, we're going to do that. So we'll come back for this game against Chelsea, just to try and work through the season a bit. We've got to get through it quick because the new game's coming out pretty soon, and obviously I want to get on the new game as soon as possible. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.